Hey, morning. So I'm getting ready to head to work this morning, and I was thinking about how our rote memory is so important because I am completely dressed, right, in my scrubs. Washed my hair this morning, showered, and I'll be honest, I am tired today, like super tired. I was up really late working. I worked till about midnight, and then started winding down. So this morning, my routine, I just kind of did it, and I honestly didn't even really think about what I was doing. And that's the beauty of muscle memory, okay? Our brains get into a routine, and we're able to complete a task as we usually would. I set my clothes out the night before so that when I am tired, I can just grab and go. So using that in later life is important. It's important for you as a caregiver. It's important for you to know if you've recently got a diagnosis of dementia, because you're not going to be able to stay independent, getting dressed, going to the bathroom, taking a shower, washing your hair, doing your makeup, because you're with dementia or more specifically with Alzheimer's disease. You get to the point where you're not able to initiate tasks, you're not able to start the task. So if I could set you up, or if I knew what your first step was in doing that task. So let's say we were getting dressed, okay, and maybe you put your socks on first, okay, but I always put my shirt on first. So I'm trying to get your shirt on, but you're used to, and your muscle memory is used to, getting your socks on first. If I had started by getting your socks on, or handing you your socks to get on, you probably, with your memory, your muscle memory, could have walked through the entire process of getting yourself dressed. So that's important to remember. That's why the book that I've typed out, the My Life Story book, is so important for those of you who recently had a diagnosis, or if your family or loved one has one, because if you can write out and sequence out your tasks, your daily tasks, whether it's making your own coffee, whether it's feeding the dog, or getting dressed, or brushing your teeth, or your shower routine, if you can be really specific, you can pick and figure out what you're able to still do, start you at that point. As a caregiver, I could start you at that point, and then I could help you remain independent for longer. If I don't know where you started, I'm not going to be able to help your brain pick up and go through that task. So it is important, okay? It is important to think about your routine and write it down. And I'll be honest, I have mine written down because I have specific ways that I like doing things, and if I don't, then I usually get anxious in the mornings and I can't complete my day. And so I have them written down, because you never know if I'm going to even get in a car accident and have a traumatic brain injury and need therapy and someone to help me get back into my routines and my daily activities, like getting dressed. That's important to me. So if it's important to you, write it down, okay? Help us as your caregiver. If your family members, help yourself as the caregiver to write down the steps. So if you are a caregiver, let me give you this quick tip real quick. If you are a caregiver, and let's say you're trying to get your dad to start getting dressed on his own in the mornings, and you know that your mom used to always set his clothes out for the next day after she ironed his jeans and got them all ready and set them out, and then he would go over and he would sit on a certain bench and he would start with his pants or start with his underwear and put his underwear on. So you want to go get him in that same spot or close or similar, position, okay, even if it's not his home. So sit him down in front of his clothes and hand him his underwear, or the first step, and see if he can't start, okay? And if he can't start that for him, okay? And then the next step. So hand him that step and see if he then starts doing that step, okay? And so continue that process until you find the point where, he can actually do this part. So hand him his shirt and he puts his arms in and his head in and he pulls it down. Then you'll know that you could start at that point, and then you can start working on backing that up. And okay, Dad, let me show you, one this foot and then that foot, and So start where he started. Go through the routine like he went through the routine. And some days will be good, right? Because with the brain and the pathways and the amyloid plaques, our brain is so unique in how it was designed, and God did an amazing job. So it finds pathways some days and is able to do the task, and on others it's going to have a little more problems because there might be a new buildup or a new tangle. So start with where he started, then help cue him through the rest of it. Don't start opposite. Don't try to say things. Don't use too many words. Okay, the fewer words, the better. And on that note, I'm going to end this because I'm right. The fewer words, the better. So routine. Write down your sequence. If you're trying to help someone through their sequence, start where they started. Give them the task. Let them be independent as possible, and just step them through the process that they usually do. And you'll be amazed at how the brain just picks right back up and starts going again. All right, good morning. I hope you have a blessed day.